Hello, all. Welcome back. This would be the third part of the module Pricing Under Factors of Production, and we'll be continuing the third module in the terms of profits. Because in the first part, you've studied wages, that is marginal productivity theory. In the second part, you've studied interest, Keynes liquidity preference theory, and in the third part, and the first theory you're going to understand is about dynamic theory of profit. So let's get started to understand dynamic theory of profit. This theory was propounded by Clark in the year of 1900, and according to him, profit is the difference between the price and the cost of production. For example, the cost of a product is 100 rupees, but you sell it more than 100 rupees. The more than value would be called as price, which can include the marketing price, or you can call it as selling price, and profits. So, according to Clark, profit is the difference between the price of cost of production and the selling of the commodity in the market. And then this theory was propounded, as I said, it is J.B. Clark, who believed that profit will only arise in dynamic economy and not in static economy. I'll tell you the difference between dynamic economy and static economy in the future slides. But before going into that, he says that profit is a result exclusively of 6 dynamic changes in the economy. So he also mentions that there are some features in dynamic economy which is leading to the profit, and those 6 items is being listed here. The first one is changes or increase in population. As we know, the demographic profile of a country or the population will not be static in nature. It will be always changing. That's called the changes in the increase of population. When you have the changes in the increase of population, the demand for products and services increase. When the demand for products and services increase, definitely it will make a way for gaining profit for the businessman. Second one is changes in taste and preferences. The taste and the preferences of a rational person in economy always changes. It will not be static in nature. So when this taste and preferences changes, there will be a dynamic change which will lead to profit gain again. Next is multiplication of wants. As we know, there is a difference between need and wants, and every rational person will have different kinds of wants at different points of time. So when these wants multiply, when you demand more, when you need more, when you want more, that will multiply in nature. When this multiplying of wants happens, profit will be given lead again. Next is about capital formation. This capital formation is taken by an idea of saving nature. When you spend, when you save, that will lead to the capital formation in an economy. In that capital formation, people will get money to do the business. When people get money to do the business, as profit is the main motive of doing business, then again it will lead to the way of profit. Next is technological advancement. People will tend to buy more when they know that technology is being used. That means technological advancement in an economy will lead to production of more goods. Technological advancement will lead to production of quality goods. When these both happen, definitely that will lead again to the notion of profit gaining. Last is changes in the form of business organization. It is not the same kind of business organization which was there earlier, is been continuing now, but there are different changes. Changes, it might be in the terms of rules and regulation. Changes, it might be in the structure of business organization. Changes in terms of how they maintain the labor management relationship. In these changes are definitely leading to profit gaining again. So these 6 are the terms which J.B. Clark have clearly defined that in the dynamic economy only profit motive will be taken and profit will be gained in dynamic rather than static economy. So I hope you've understood these 6 terms. I repeat, changes or increase in population, changes in taste and preferences, multiplication of wants, capital formation, technological advancement, and changes in the form of business organization. We are now moving into the terms of criticisms. On what basis is this theory criticized? We have majorly 3 basic criticisms. The first one, all changes are not foreseen. That means we can't predict the changes. We know changes will happen, but we do not know at what percentage the changes will happen and whether it is a positive change or a negative change. So all changes cannot be foreseen, and according to that we can't set up an enterprise and gain profit. That is a major criticism of J.B. Clark's dynamic theory of profit. Then the second one is all changes do not lead to profit. See, there are some governmental changes, there are some business changes will happen, and all changes will not lead to the profit motive of a company every time. It might also lead to losses, but those changes are not being mentioned in this dynamic theory of profit given by J.B. Clark. And the last one is element of risk involved in business is not at all mentioned. They say if you are in dynamic economy and if you are also dynamic in nature where you accept changes, but he did not say what kind of risk will be involved in running a business. So this would be the major third criticism. So all these criticisms explained in detail will give you an answer for the criticisms of this theory. Next, what is the key highlights? What are the key points you are going to explain while this question is being asked? Is you are supposed to write about these 2 terms, which I said it in the earlier. The first one is static economy and the second one is dynamic economy. What is static economy? It is one which doesn't change. Static means it is stable in nature, which will not change. When an economy is not changing, for example, in the terms of population, in the terms of technology, or in the terms of doing business, and an economy must change. If nothing is being changed, then that is called a static economy. He says in static economy, you can't even think about profit making in a business. The next is dynamic economy. As the name suggests, dynamic means which will be always changing. He says that there will be generic changes such as increase in population, improvement in production techniques, use of technology, changes in taste, changes in demand, changes in need, so many changes which will lead to have an economy called as dynamic economy, which will lead to gaining of profit. And what would be the conclusion you would conclude? Can be concluded that Clark dynamic theory of profit is based on notion that emergence, disappearance and re-emergence of profit is a continuous process, as it involves the idea of dynamic or dynamism, which changes the idea of making profit, and it is a continuous process. It is not stopping at any point of view, but it is a process, continuous process. An economy, while you are having an idea of making profit, you must be in dynamic economy and always aim at profit. So you have given 3 words. First one is emergence, while you think about a profit and make a profit, and disappearance. It is not that every time profit will be allowed in the business. There will be sometimes where you appear with the losses also, and reappearance of profits is a continuous process. That is what the conclusion you're going to give. And he believes that those entrepreneurs who successfully takes the advantage of these changes, any change, it might be in the production technique, it might be in the population, or it might be any change in the terms of government business. So all these changes in a dynamic economy make the pure profit. If you want to have the idea of profit or the notion of profit, an entrepreneur must successfully take the advantageous steps where changes will always be there in the economy. That is what he believes in. So you are supposed to write these two contents when you are asked to write about the conclusion. So let's rebrush once again. We are learning about the dynamic theory of profit, which has been given by J.B. Clark in the year of 1900, and he says that profits will arise in dynamic economy and not in static economy. He says that profit will be exclusively coming out of 6 dynamic changes, and these 6 dynamic changes are changes or increase in population, changes in taste and preferences, multiplication of wants, capital formation, technological advancement, and changes in form or business organization. And the criticisms are 3 elements which you are supposed to write. 1. All the changes cannot be foreseen. All changes do not lead to profit. Element of risk involved in business is not being mentioned. And then we jumped into the highlights where we mentioned about static and dynamic economy. Static economy is one which doesn't change. Dynamic economy which has a feature of changing. Every time dynamic economy will change. And what do you write in the conclusion? He says that profit is based on emergence, disappearance, and re-emergence, and profit is a continuous process. And he also believes that the entrepreneur who takes up that successfully will make use of this advantage and will gain the profit in the near future. That is what the idea of dynamic theory of profit is. And thank you for patience listening. We'll meet you up in the next video. Thank you.